Let's talk for a moment about unsolvable problems. I think everybody in a relationship has come to this point or this understanding that there are just certain issues that always seems to rear its head in this particular relationship, right? Depending on what you're going through and who you're with. You may always find yourself battling against in-laws. You may always find yourself battling against someone who's too lazy, too angry all the time. There's always going to be an eternal battle or a perpetual issue that you will deal with in your particular relationship. Now, most people think that in order to have a successful relationship, you have to rid that relationship of these perpetual problems. But you will find that that almost never happens. Most successful people in relationships have perpetual problems that continue to exist because the goal is not to eradicate them. The goal is to better manage them. A lot of people don't do a good job when it comes to managing their problems because deep down inside the core of who we are, there's a little bit of what I call non-acceptance. And this non-acceptance is our inability to accept the reality that this is who we are involved with. I think a lot of us start off in our relationships with this idea that we can change this person or we can bend them a little bit into a more palatable version that we can deal with. But out of that non-acceptance comes resentment. And out of that resentment comes anger. And once anger starts to develop inside of us, either quietly or very openly, we can do a lot of damage to our spouse, and then we end up gridlocked. And gridlock is when you reach this point of total emotional disengagement. It happens when you feel like you can't ever get a solution out of this issue, or you just grow increasingly frustrated at the fact that this person just is not going to change their ways. When you find you reach that point of total disengagement, you find that couples almost start to live parallel lives. You'll always see one, but you never see the other. And so what healthy couples actually do, healthy couples develop ways and strategies that they can actually prevent these perpetual issues from getting worse. And so if you know you have a problem with your in-laws, right, what you have to do is you have to maintain communications. Make sure that you're deepening your understanding about what was the family situation like before I got here. Because understanding is a big part of managing perpetual issues. If you don't seek to understand why this problem exists or why this reality is the way it is, how can you solve it? Once you're talking and once you're managing your expectations, once you're being real about what you should be expecting from this person's family, then you find it's a whole lot easier to then manage it. Maybe you will find that you don't need to spend 2 hours by a family member. Maybe you only need to spend 1, and that's okay. Family will have to learn that because you are with this person now, you're going to be developing your own culture, right? You're going to be developing your own norms, your own ways of doing things, and that is okay. There's no one perfect relationship out there where people don't argue, where people get along 100% of the time, when people are just perfectly compatible. When you decide to make this person your spouse, right? When you decide to engage this person for a serious relationship, remember, you're signing up for a set of unsolvable problems. Y'all got that? Let me say that again. I want y'all to get that now. Don't just look at how good you guys get along. Begin recognizing that because this is my personality, because this is their personality, these are going to be the issues that we deal with for 10 years, for 15 years, for however long you're together. It's not about finding the person who's going to be the best fit all the time. It's about finding the person with the issues that you can cope with. Make sure that their issues are things that you can understand. Make sure their issues are things that you can develop strategies for to solve, because truth be told, when we get involved with people, we aren't always ready for their issues that they bring to the table. But because we lie, right? Because we don't like to talk about the truth, because we feel like the truth will somehow push this person further away, we rob ourselves of experiencing truly satisfying and meaningful relationships. And I don't want that for y'all. And so I hope that today through this video, if you've been watching and listening, taking notes even, you would have recognized that you don't have to really solve that issue between you and your spouse, but seek to manage it. And once you can seek to manage it, you're what I would call a successful relationship, all right? Hope you all have enjoyed the video. As always, if you did, give it a like and share so someone else can get this message too, okay? And I'll take care.